All right, everyone, welcome to Out and About. Keegs is back from Las Vegas.
Hello.
How are you?
I am alive. I survived just barely.
Yes.
I said to Pat as we got in here, I'm operating at about 80%, which is better than expected.
Sure.
I thought I'd be down for the count for at least a week. But listen, the show must go on.
It really must.
Took a couple days, took a weekend.
It's so funny seeing everyone come back and like the girls are, I'm not like making fun of the girls, but they're acting like they did a tour of duty in the South Pacific in 1942. Like they are acting like they fought World War II. Like Una came in and it's very funny and I'm sure it was difficult, but Una came in and it was almost like a loved one had passed. Like Caroline went up to her. She's like, "Hey, girl," and Jackie's like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, what are we doing here? It's so fucking funny.
Reality TV is real, bro. Like everything that happened in that fishbowl felt like the entire world.
Oh, I'm sure.
For a whole week. But I would say that the way that everyone's physically feeling is totally for lack of sleep. The like getting out there to begin with, you already have the time difference.
Right.
So you forget that 3 hours is nothing, but it can like fuck you up a little bit, like enough to really throw you off for the rest of the week.
3 hours for me, it may as well be a week. I am fucked with 3 hours. And then I'm thinking, I can't not think about a time difference. So if I'm there, I'm like, well, it's 6 p.m., so it's really 9 p.m.
Right,
so
right,
I land at 3. It's really does.
Time differences fuck me up in that way too. But it's like, I think the experience in general was unfucking believable.
Oh
like
my God.
The amount of the stuff that we got to do. Vegas rolled out, like Vegas sponsored the whole trip. So it was just like, which I knew before I went in there, but I didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
Like I was given the schedule, like, you know, at 10 a.m. on a Sunday to pack for a 5 p.m. flight. So I didn't really know what to prepare for. And the amount of stuff they had us do, Vegas rolled out the red carpet in a way that I've never experienced. Yep. We went to every amazing restaurant, every sick ass club. We saw so many DJs, Steve Aoki, Dom Dalla, like other people that I don't even know. Dante was freaking out about. We had a set from Dante the Don himself. That was amazing.
Imagine how much that weekend would have cost if you paid for it yourself.
No, it just the hotel.
That would have been a $500,000 weekend.
The hotel rooms alone. I heard that the girls' suite was, or either the girls or boys. I'm not sure which, but one of them was $25,000 a night.
Yeah, I believe
it's like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm sure the other one was just as much, if not more. And so, I like, you know, you think about those pieces of it, and then your front row at like the premiere show. We went to the show called Absinthe. You would have loved that fucking show. It was so fun, just like burlesque / performance art, like sexy, like fun, freaky shit. And you know, I'm taking helicopter rides. I'm driving like, you know,
and you lasted.
Sports cars, like, and I lasted, and that I think is something to be proud of. But I wrote a big blog that is out. Hopefully, will be out by noon. You'll love this.
We should have made all the young people here write a blog about their experience.
No, 100%.
Like homework.
I wish that they would.
But like, you have to write every night when you get home. You have to blog your experience.
I wanted to be like taking notes every night, but I was too fucked up. Like I just couldn't. Like we would wake up to do the recap show at 9:30 in the morning every day.
That's a nightmare.
It was crazy. We would do that for about an hour, and then we'd have like maybe 2 hours to get ready to go to like whatever beach club party or excursion we were about to go on.
Yeah.
We'd do that for 3 or 4 hours. Usually it involved drinking, and then we'd come back, have another hour or two. Somewhere we're eating in there. I don't even know where. And then we're back out at the club. Another club.
Oh my God.
It was insane. And I averaged about 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
That's like when I saw the photo of you in the club smoking a cigarette. I go, Mama's about to put in work. Okay.
Mama's home.
I go, stand aside, kiddos. Mama's about to put in work.
Girl,
that was iconic with Phil.
What
a great crowd.
I was like on another planet on that day. Like there were certain times at the beginning where it was like I was too nervous about all the cameras to like be eating.
Yep.
But of course you have no problem drinking. So the first couple of days were really
alcohol is food.
Alcohol is food, so that's all that matters. But then once I got my shit together, it started getting good, and yeah, I felt like I brought the noise drama wise. I felt like I kicked off a couple.
Yeah, you did bring the fucking noise. I felt like fucking psycho. You're screaming and you threatened to fight like little fucking like a middle schooler. I thought I brought the noise.
Young.
No, you brought the noise.
He was so young. I was screaming in his face. There's so many kids I was screaming in their face. But it's like, you know, sometimes you got to know. Sometimes you got to learn.
Sometimes mother
that an
has
old
to
lady's
know.
going to scream in your face when you're in Vegas.
No, you have to.
It's a canon event. That
It
can't be
was
interrupted.
great. I thought it was very entertaining to watch. We did the
Thank
mooks.
you. That's all
By the
I
way,
care about.
Mook Can't Sleep streams.
Yeah.
First time he called me, I was so high on my couch in an edible. I thought he was FaceTiming me.
Yeah.
And so I was showing him my new like tech neck corrector. I'm on the ground. I'm like, isn't this thing fucking great? He's like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, there are 6,000 people watching you right now. So I'm laying there with my shirt off. Well, we were watching you guys.
You just thought it was like a little call from Mook.
Literally, it was a lot, but they put out clips so much.
The volume of clips and what's happened. Like I went in with a couple of goals. I was like, I'm not gonna like look at clips and read comments. I was like, I'll look at a clip if it's like pertinent to what's happening.
Right.
But I can't be like on my phone because I know that they post like 100 clips an hour. It's just and I'm experiencing it. I know. And I'm experiencing it. So it's like, I don't need to like see Dante, Ella, and Kay to hump on the ground and then watch a video of it 5 minutes later. But I needed to like not look at what was going on outside because I didn't want it to affect how I was acting. And I also like, I didn't want to, if I had seen
that was how you acted without clips. Let me get this straight. Was you being calm, you fucking psychopath.
I wanted to be completely untethered. But
so I just decided to really take it easy on the kids. What the fuck?
Well, no, it's like, I don't, if they were, for real, like if I had watched too many clips of like people talking shit about me internally or externally, it would have been worse. Like
I was so mad at you while you were screaming at him.
Yeah.
I was like, let him talk!
No,
because he couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I got what he was,
Pat. That's the thing.
I know, I got what he was saying. I was like, I kind of get it, but he was so bad at explaining it. And then you were just like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I was like, this is.
But that's the whole thing is you can't let him talk. Second you let him talk, you lose.
Spoken like a true reality television consumer. The second you let them talk, you lose. It's
exactly.
like radio. There's no dead air allowed.
No dead air allowed, and that is the house I grew up in. And
imagine if he just cracked you. That'd be good. He could knock your tooth out. You get a new tooth. I
would have loved it. Like that's what. And I don't know what happened. Like
what would have happened if he just wound up? But it was a really like soft smack. Would you have just clawed his eyes out?
I would have tackled him and beat his ass. Like I think I would have tackled him to the ground and beat his ass.
He could probably take a punch though.
But I'm sure. Well, yeah, whatever. Like he's so whatever. I barely know that kid. I really don't.
Right.
And unfortunately for him, he was on the receiving end of like the drunkest girl at the hockey game coming home. God, like I was thinking about it.
That was
the next
so
day.
Crazy.
Like I was thinking about it the next day, and I had been at.
That's your mistake.
We got to go to the Golden Knights playoff game, which was unbelievable. We're in a suite. We get to go up on the jumbotron. We're ringing the bell.
Right.
We're like up in the castle, whatever, ripping shots. Like they're literally like I've
Were
never
people
been so
doing
excited.
bag?
I'm literally no.
Was Nicky Smokes ripping bag?
No,
all week?
we like couldn't be doing bag. Like it was too risky to be.
Then it would have been bagcation.
Yes, it would have been. You know what I mean? Listen, I was not doing bag.
Okay,
and
well,
so
let's
we'll
dig a little deeper here. Listen, what happens in Vegas gets brought out and about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with the, I'm sitting in the suite. I'm standing up cheering. There were like multiple fights that broke out during the hockey game.
Right.
I'm standing cheering like bloodthirsty for the fighting.
Yeah.
Not thinking about like my own fight coming up because I didn't at that point like have a fight planned. So I was like already all the way up here cheering on fights, looking to get in a fight myself. I'm ripping shots. I'm going, doing this, doing that. People are egging me on. Sam Goldfinger's making videos saying he's gonna put me in my place. And I was
loved it.
I literally think I'm gonna kill this kid. Like
I
was telling people, I was like telling security Mike, I was like, listen, I'm gonna let myself go all the way up, but be on call because I don't know what's gonna happen.
He just shoots you. There's an old, not to be too history buff, but there's an old quote from, I believe it was General Yamamoto of 1942 with World War II. After they bombed Pearl Harbor, the Japanese general put out a quote and he said, "I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant and filled him with terrible resolve." And that giant being the U.S. You were the giant. You were the giant. I don't know why that stuck with me, that political cartoon. But
no, that's honestly, I love that, and I'm gonna maybe like put a poster of it in my house.
We have awoken a sleeping giant, a drunk sleeping
giant.
But you don't take it too seriously.
No, and I think that is where things get a little lost in translation. Like, yes, that
so fucking
looks
insane.
so crazy and so bad, but I swear to God, like an hour later, actually, no, that's a lie. For the rest of that night, every time Sam tried to talk to me, I was like, I literally can't speak to you today. Like, I'm still too mad.
You kept up the facade?
Yes. The rest of the night, I was like, tomorrow we'll talk. Tomorrow we'll talk.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we're fine. We're hanging out at the pool. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like, it's over for me. Like, I don't like to let things linger in that way, but I understand how people have a hard time accepting that kind of energy because it is aggressive. It's very aggressive. And most times it's unbalanced and it doesn't make sense to the situation.
You were unbalanced in that moment?
Yeah. You know,
but the thing is, the difference is I think you understand what the job at hand is. And I think a lot of these younger kids don't.
No,
like
they don't.
I think they
say
they get very overwhelmed. Oh my God, I got to leave during dinner. I got to leave during this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, no. This is no hard feelings. This is for, it's obviously real, but it's for the camera.
Yeah, it's like barely real. But I also think that
it's barely real.
Like I think that
I'm finding you a
that
picture.
About halfway through, there was a moment where, at least in this one scenario with this argument, that Sam was like getting it and like starting to fight back and like. But at a certain point, it's like, this is going on too long now. And like, now you're not playing with me in the same way.
Right.
And then it starts to be like, okay, now this is cringe. This is bad.
Right.
Let's cut this off. And it was perfect timing for Annika's situationship to roll up.
He was the best. There was one moment that I screenshotted during the trip where these two moments were happening within 2 feet of each other at the exact same time.
Show me.
Here's you and Una in bed.
Una literally wailing.
And then
I've never
right
seen her
next
cry
door
like that.
is he's admiring the Elvis costume. It's like a tale of two genders, if you will.
Wait,
a tale of two. That's
oh, it's Nikki.
Nikki and Brady. But it was just the
my
dichotomy
God,
of the
that's
two
funny.
was so fucking
It was
funny
insane.
to me.
The
And I
whole
can't
thing
get
was
over
insane.
I almost wanted to make fun of it yesterday. I'd be like, hey, it's okay. We're all the girls left. Annika went and spent time with her family, and like
right.
Everyone has to detox a different way, and I think it
sure.
speaks to our sickness that we're so desensitized that you credit to them for still having like feelings essentially.
Totally. And that is a great thing to have. Like there is no shame in going home and decompressing.
It doesn't faze me.
No shame.
Don't even care.
It used to phase me. It used to phase me bad. Like after, but I've never been one to like go home to my parents. Like they're just going to tell me like, why'd you do that? You know what I mean?
They're
like,
cold
not
Irish people.
Yeah, exactly. They're
right.
not gonna,
yeah.
There's no support there.
Right.
They're going to be like I still haven't spoken to my mother. Like I've talked to my dad, told him about all the cool stuff. I didn't really tell them how to keep up. I knew the volume of stuff is like too much, especially now. Listen, my parents they're in their 60s. They just want to go out for a burger and
it's like
a beer.
when I told
like,
my mom my hair hurt and she goes, well, you did it to yourself.
Literally,
I was like, how about, are you okay? You fucking
I could
psycho.
never complain about this scenario to my mom. But she'd be like, well, I did see some clips and you look drunk. And I'd be like, well, and I was. But I think that the kids did their very best. I think that, I think after one more week, the rest of this week, I think everybody will be okay.
Right.
I think that there will be, ripple effects, I'm sure.
Like what, though?
To the drama I've unleashed. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how friendships stay or break or whatever. Like, I think that there's, there's an element of reality that comes with the reality TV that I'm sure gets talked out and whatever. And they've got, I don't know we've got other reality shows on the horizon at Barstool Sports. So who knows these things?
Who knows?
You plant these seeds.
Who knows who could pop up in those?
They could blossom later. You never know. April showers bring May flowers, some say.
Well, the haters are going to be sick.
The haters are sick. But yes,
show.
I would say overall, shout out to Vegas for like being so insane. Shout out to Dante. Like, I know everybody's pumping up Dante. Like they're almost not pumping him up enough. Like he just was such good vibes and good energy. Like he was like the nucleus. He was the rock of the group. Like
it's a partier.
Like if I were to look at Dante and Dante were to be like, Kelly, knock this off, I would have knocked it off immediately. Like it would have been like whatever he says goes. Like
because Dante doesn't play
guy.
character. Dante's himself.
No, he is himself, and we love him, and he was so great. But everybody did a really good job, and I think that everybody, they put forth their best effort, and that's all you can ask.
It is funny that it was so traumatic that when storylines peaked, they left. I'm out.
No,
peace. I'm out.
That I wish didn't happen. I wish nobody left. Like I wish everybody had to stay and like.
But I think in a way it's good because that then that becomes a little too all-consuming of the show. If the entire show is this fucking like. Annika or Peyton or something then it like consumes everything else. I think you guys had a perfect balance.
True. But I think that what is so good about reality shows and so interesting about it is that you see these people rip each other apart and then the next day they're like friends again. Like that to me is what's funny. But if you miss that step, of the reconciliation, because the reconciliation too is like interesting. Like
we don't film that.
You know,
oh no,
that wasn't.
They'll pop in. They'll go.
Oh, no,
apologies.
I reconcile with literally everyone. Like or to the
You're never
most
gonna believe
part.
this. That didn't make the cut.
Of course it did.
That got
Of
left
course
on the
it
cutting
did.
room floor.
Like me and Sam are fine. Me and Brady are fine.
Yeah.
Like me, everybody all the children that I bitched out are fine. Like for the most part, I haven't talked to Peyton at all. But she's got her own issue. You know, she could deal with her own shit.
And also,
but like,
go ahead.
That was all I was.
I was gonna say everyone needs to shut the fuck up about the butt plug. Fucking chill out.
Oh my God, Pat!
You
I hated
psychos.
that. Could you tell how much I hated that? And like every
What?
time it came up,
The people.
Or I don't know if you were so. I
was saying people are online were making, which you maybe weren't online during this time.
No, I wasn't.
People are making such a big deal about it.
Well,
it's a fuck. Like he's not
ask me
gonna
this.
do it. Like obviously it's like a no, but he's not gonna do it, and we're talking about it. So who fucking cares?
The conversation around that it started as what seemed to be like a big joke.
It
of
is
like,
fucked up,
Do this
though.
whenever. It is fucked up. But in my head I was like, this is a weird like joke. Like okay, it's not like we're asking you to go to war. Like this is just it was
Right.
bizarre how everybody was talking about it. And then once it escalated to a point of like money and filming and I'm gonna watch.
I would have
it all
got
felt
fisted
really weird.
on camera for $300. Like I'm not.
that's why we
30
really
grand
needed
for a
you
butt plug. Fucking, I'll leave it in for 30 years.
We really needed you there for that. Like it was.
I'm
just,
so glad I didn't go though.
It was so yeah.
I was drunk one night and I was like, I better buy a ticket. And I
You did text me.
I tweeted it, and then
when did
everyone,
you text
Dante's,
me?
he's like, you bitch, you're not going to come out. And then I woke up, I was violently hungover on like a Thursday. And I was like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to not fucking go out. And I'm
It
so glad I
wasn't-
didn't.
By the time you would have been out there,
You guys would have been dead.
Would have been over. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were dead. We were dead by the end of the week. Especially once the drama kind of filtered out. It was just like bus club, another bus, another club, like I said, and it was
Right.
it was a race to the finish line.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great. But here's the thing: is now I think that if ever I'm asked to go moving forward, we go as a pair. You have to come with me.
I
Like,
don't know.
I
You know,
can't
I got to
do-
be honest, I don't know if I can handle it.
I can't. I think you can. I think you can.
Maybe
I
a
think
half
you'd
a
be
trip.
okay.
Maybe.
But that's what I said. I committed to half a trip. I was like,
Yeah.
I think I've got a couple days in me.
Where
And then I ended
would
up there
we
the whole
even
week.
go?
They said that it's got to be East Coast. I'm pushing
Thank
for
God.
Europe. I'm pushing for Europe. I want maybe not this time. But
Europe
I would
is
go to
cool. I feel like we would never do Europe.
I think you'd be surprised.
I feel like we're anti-Europe.
I think you'd be surprised because
Where would you go?
People would talk about you'd have to go to like a
Ibiza?
villa in Italy or something, or Ibiza you could go to. It would so depend on like the tourism aspect of it.
Right.
But what I think is interesting about that is that like people are talking about time difference. When you're over there, it's like you can have the daytime, and by the time people are waking up here, they'll catch up on the daytime, and the nighttime will
Yeah.
start. So the nighttime will be happening in the middle of the day.
I just feel like
thought all
someone
the
will
way
like
about this.
fall in a fucking river and drown
Yeah,
or
true,
something
true.
in fucking
It would
Italy.
have to. We'd have to find a. Well, it'd have to be hosted by Dante. I've already thought this all through. I'm like,
Don.
Dante hosts our Sicilian getaway, and like whatever. But regardless, people talk about Miami, possibly in Nashville, maybe
Oh my God, duh,
New
Nashville. But then it's
Orleans.
like we're gonna go to all these bars that aren't ours.
Right, which would be tough. I don't want to do Nashville. I am not a Nashville. Like
Oh my God, I
I
love
fuck with Nashville. I'll
Nashville.
go, whatever. I'm not a. I feel like I've aged out of Nashville.
You know, it'd be fucking cool, but
What?
someone would definitely die. Mexico City.
I would fucking love that.
Mexico
Be
City
so
would be fucking
cool.
sick.
Be so amazing. Donnie could take us. Wonton.
Wonton
That'd be
could take
amazing.
you.
Who else
Where
can
else
speak
could you
Spanish?
go?
Ella
People are
can
going to
sort of
Colombia.
speak Spanish.
Yeah. Where
There's
else?
a lot of amazing places. Someone said Carnival in
Oh,
Rio.
what about
Could
the
you imagine?
fucking Puerto Rico or go to the fucking Bahamas?
Oh yeah, I would love that too. Oh my God,
Bahamas.
the Bahamas.
You need to have people
Call
in
it
a swimsuit.
Atlantis or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's call them up.
You could go to. There's like a bunch of different clubs. You need to have people in old
would
reality
be
TV
so
rule. You gotta have
fun.
people in swimsuits.
Got it. Right. It's like,
Can't go anywhere fucking
Oh
cold.
my God, that was another thing for me. It was like the last minute be in a bathing suit. I did not know. I was, wearing a lot of cover-ups, but I think I was okay.
You were in a sarong.
I was in a lot of.
A la,
but so was everybody.
Andre Leon Talley.
Yes, literally. But so was everyone. Thank God. We all
Yeah.
kind of stuck to our sarong situation. Nobody's like, nobody's fat ass was out in a way that made me insecure. So that was nice.
Dude, I'm gonna be. I call you dude. I'm gonna be.
I like it.
I'm like starstruck when I meet Ella. And
Ella's
fucking
a star.
Annika. I'm gonna be
they are
starstruck.
literal
The way she
stars,
was
like-
shaking her, the way she kind of
No one shakes her ass like
flicks her
Ella.
hair and walks back. I was like, you
wouldn't
are fucking
believe
hilarious.
just the way she moves. Like it's something. It's this like confidence that you can't. That you're born with. Like she's
Yeah.
born with this confidence. I think because she's got sisters, she's got supportive parents, she's like young, she doesn't give a fuck. They
Right.
highly encourage her to like go all out on these
Hell yeah.
shows, and she's got a good thing going with Tate and Dante. They like
Yeah.
have a great friendship. Like it's awesome. It's so
Yeah.
fun to be around, and it was all such a good time. I like can't get over how crazy it was. And as the days go by and the haze lifts, you know, my withdrawals lift.
Yes.
I keep remembering like just fun stuff that we did and hilarious things that were said. And it was awesome.
I would have liked Connor Griffin to have sex.
I thought about having sex with Connor Griffin.
Oh, okay. I was saying with Rochelle, but sure,
no.
with you too. Why didn't you fuck Brady, by the way? What are you
Because he's a child,
No, because
Pat.
you know
he was like 24.
Who cares?
I'm not. I can't.
That is a classic case of girls. That is a classic case of girls seeing a guy who's really hot and he's like too hot, so they all pretend that he's not hot.
No. He first of all, he had the Annika thing, which I didn't like how he
You should have.
It felt very nefarious, and it was very clear that he was there for clout with Barstool. Like especially towards the end, everybody kind of forgave Brady, but it was very clear what was going on. Like whatever. However,
that's why anyone joins Barstool.
He to me, he treated me like I've never been mothered the way that he had mothered me. Like
Maybe
treated like a mom by someone who was that hot, like that I would have sex with. Like I was like, oh, he's hot, whatever. I'd have sex with him, and then he literally, like, I swear to God, wanted me to pull out a titty for breastfeeding. Like that's how mothered I was by him.
Rochelle would be fucking jealous.
Every minute, for real, every second, it was like, you have a lot to teach me. Like, wow, like what's caviar? Like, wow, what's prosecco? Like shit like that. Where I was like, oh no, baby. Like I actually don't fuck with that. Like that's too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not secure enough to
He said something there's a tweet. He's like, oh, if I'm gay, I would. I was like, careful.
No, I think Brady's gay.
Careful what you ask for, son.
Brady's gay.
Okay, I'll knock the dust off that thing, kiddo. Be careful. No,
and I think you should get in line because I think that there is a...
No, because all the girls pretended he wasn't hot.
No, we all...
Bree pretended he wasn't hot.
No, everyone knew he was hot. Everyone knew he was hot. We were just trying to ride for our girl, Annika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's big?
I don't know. I wasn't.
Is that appropriate to talk about on here?
I wasn't catching.
I could do about 30 minutes.
I wasn't catching print on this trip.
You didn't catch
print? I really thought about it.
Excellent point. Who did we catch print for?
No, I did not. I remembered about catching print about halfway through, and then I was like, "Girl, if you get caught on camera catching print, like,
I'll be catching print. That's first of all, catching print is legal. Second of all, my culture is not your costume. Third of all, there was no print showing with anyone there.
There was no print that made me catch without thinking about it. Like I wasn't like, damn, okay. Like I think just as much as the girls are insecure, I think the guys are insecure too. I didn't see a lot of tarps off. I think only Nikki Smokes took his shirt off ever.
Oh man, what a trash bag he is. The fact that he said he didn't. The fact that, Nikki, he's so disgusting in all the right ways. The fact that he said he didn't own a swimsuit and he only had gym shorts.
That was
I was like, you are Florida. Mm-hmm. Only going in with swim shorts and probably like boxers, like an obscure boxer brand. The boxers with like the blunt wrap print on it.
Right.
That's Nikki Smokes.
Cash dollars.
Yeah.
Like cash dollar print.
Or like some sort of boxers that lets you know his dick is underneath, like bananas or something.
Right. The real nail on the head situation.
He's the best. Literally. Everyone there was so fucking great. There was no one on camera who, at least for me, there was no one who I found annoying. There was no one who I was like, ugh, or whatever. There was moments, but I thought everyone was fucking great.
Everyone served their purpose. Everyone like pulled out at least something.
Yeah.
And it felt like one big puzzle coming together.
Everyone played their role.
Crazy experience. Yeah, it really was.
Sure.
Hold on.
You're good.
Yeah, I was coughing up like tar.
Do you want to transition to some more reality TV talk?
I would love to.
AuraFrames. We talk about it all the time. It's the perfect gift for Mother's Day to capture the chaos you put her through and the memories that came with it. Add as many photos as you want. It's the greatest digital picture frame ever. I have one in my house. You have one in your house.
I have one. I fill mine up with pictures of all the flowers that I take. Because, they live on your phone or whatever. But so I just have mine up like on my kitchen thing, just scrolling every like botanical gardens I go through. I put all my flowers.
It's so great. And you can add photos to it. Mm-hmm. You can add photos to your mother's frame, to your family's frame. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. All you have to do is download the free Aura app or you can download the Aura app, or you can text photos straight to your frame from your phone. It reached #1 in the App Store on Christmas Day in 2025. If that doesn't tell you this is a good product, I don't know what is. Make Mother's Day special with AuraFrames. I'm telling you. You remember I talked about this over Christmas.
No, it's
something
legit.
I genuinely like, and it sits on my bureau. I see my nephews.
My whole family has it.
Yes.
Yeah, my parents. And the really fun part of it is that you can have the app that you can upload photos to other people's frames.
Love it.
Like it's so fun. Like I'm always, I'll put shit on my parents' frame, or my mom will send me stuff. Like it's a really cute and sweet way to stay connected to your family when you're not around them.
And it's named number one by Wirecutter, and you can save on the gifts moms love by visiting AuraFrames.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver matte frame with code ABOUT. That's AuraFrames.com, promo code ABOUT. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms apply. AuraFrames. All right, Chili's is back, and I'm so thrilled that they're advertising on this show because we are talking about the Chili's Big Crispy 3 for 3, which is my go-to takeout order, and it's my go-to anytime I go to Chili's. Chili's 3 for Me serves up big crispy fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink for just $10.99. The Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me, the best $10.99 you can eat. And if you're tired of tiny, overpriced fast food chicken sandwiches, of course you are. That's where the Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me comes in. Did you?
I had it. I had a Big Crispy 3 for Me in the Vegas airport on my way
Oh
home.
my God!
Yep.
It's Chili's in the airport
Yep.
is like it just hits different.
It felt like a beacon of light that we could all go towards. It was like a big group of us. We were like, we need to go to that fucking
Quality.
Chili's.
You know what you're gonna get with Chili's, and it's like
It was
nostalgia
so
in
good.
your mouth. That
It was
chips
so,
and salsa.
so good. The chips and salsa, and again, I know that I said this last time. Like, do the 3 for Me, but also make sure you get a side of ranch with those chips. Something about the saltiness of the chips and the saltiness of that ranch. Ooh,
They've got everything down to a science. So head to Chili's for the Big Crispy 3 for Me, served with fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink for just $10.99. Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me. Because I don't know too much about this, but there was a massive leak for the Summer House reunion.
Yes, there was.
And a fan has come forward to solve the leak. A loyal fan came forward to help solve the leak.
Fans love to get involved in whatever it's called.
The drama. And the long and
drama.
short of it is someone said you can't control who you love to West, right?
Yes, Amanda said that.
And then his dick pic got leaked.
Amanda said that. Yeah, and then his dick pic got leaked. This is the thing about Summer House. Everyone is foaming at the fucking mouth for this reunion to air because obviously there's still so much drama going on with Sierra, Amanda, West, like this whole triangle. Amanda and West are like still together. They're going to Yankees games. They're fucking around, going to the Spaniard or whatever in the West Village. Like they're wanting to be seen. They're wanting to be like whatever. And I think that they're like they're vile, both of them. I think that they're both gonna eat crow and like look so fucking stupid. Like apparently West is already like liking people in Raya again, so it's like of course, bitch, like whatever. Amanda, you're such a fool. But the reunion airs May 26th, and people are just not gonna wait for that. Like whoever is like, I don't know, whatever girly or gay is on that cast of filming Summer House is releasing these leaks.
Yep.
Like they're who knows? Do we think it could be an inside job to keep, to keep drumming up interest?
I don't understand what the big like that audio that was leaked. You can't help who you love. That's not a big deal.
Some people are not wanting
and
to
Dave
hear all about the drama. Like Fran was saying, like I don't want to hear the audio because it's like spoilers. Like you're trying to wait for the thing. But yes, it was. The long and short of the first one that got leaked was basically Amanda throwing back in Sierra's face what Sierra had once said about being in love with West. That was like, you can't help who you love or you can't help who you fall for, something along those lines. And she basically like threw it back in her face, which is just a level of or a lack of self-awareness that I can't really wrap my head around. I fucking hate Amanda. I can't stand her. I never liked her, by the way.
She was married to Kyle.
I always thought that she was a little annoying, and I always thought that she was like not actually genuine in her delivery in anything she was doing.
Right.
And the fact that she married Kyle in the first place was a red flag. I was like, Kyle sucks as well. Like, what's happening here? But I didn't think that she was this shitty. And so to hear that snippet and to hear that she's taking, it sounds like zero accountability for like her role in this whole thing, that's going to be tough to watch. But I'm hyped.
It kind of seems like for Kyle, and I don't know him, it seems like he's kind of the last guy at the party. It's like,
he really is.
You should be like,
well, he's
kind of
old.
moving on.
He's like 43 or something.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out Dante.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm saying to be so embroiled in this drama, and like, yes, I guess he and Amanda were married and whatever, but like, I don't know.
Were they? It's
like Kyle was at fucking Mr. Purple the other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
It's that to me is like, Kyle, don't you have better things to do? Like, I don't know.
My friend is the director of Watch What Happens Live, and he directs every reunion show. He's been doing it for years.
So have you been getting boots on the ground or what?
No, because I don't want to like put him in a position where he could get in trouble, and I don't even want to like.
And you're right.
But usually, if there's a reunion, because he does everything. Like he is awesome. He's doing it forever. He started at SNY, and then he did this, and now he's been doing it for a long time. But I usually text them if there's like something of interest. I'm like, how was the reunion? This and that.
Yeah.
This one, I was like, not even gonna put him in that position.
No, don't even. Especially with all this shit going on. But I did.
So Rocco, text me.
I loved that. Yeah, right.
Let me know.
I did see a very fun and funny thing that Dave said, because Bravo put out like a big press release, right? Being like, we're trying to get to the bottom of these leaks, or like we've obtained it and it's been handled internally, like this whole, like a serious press release, which is so funny. And we know, because we're Bravo people, we know it's intended to be like, yes, it's serious, but it's also intended to be funny. Of course. It's supposed to look like whatever. Dave Portnoy is now becoming privy to like the idea that the pop culture universe is putting out statements like the White House.
Yes.
And he's like laughing about it. But I'm like, yeah, that's the shit that we should be doing. Like, I should have put on a press release after I ripped off Sam Goldfinger's
Team
head.
Portnoy press releases.
Team Portnoy press release all day long. Like, yes, that's the whole, it makes it so much funnier. And it just to me is like,
because they're in on I think they are in on the joke a little bit.
Definitely.
I don't think NBC is, but I think Bravo is.
100%. Well, because they're like, we must make a statement about this. And it's like leaked audio from a bitch out at a reunion. Like, who cares? But it's not serious, but I like that they kind of joke and make it serious. But
when's it air? In a month?
May 26th.
We're going to know the whole thing before it even comes out. Yeah, bump it up. We're going to know the entire thing before it comes out.
I know. Oh, it's 11/11. Oh, I just missed it. But
make a wish. We also got to talk about Euphoria season 3.
Yes.
That's the best. I was unsure. Seasons 1 and seasons 2, it was very character driven, and they're in high school, or very story driven.
Yes.
You're in high school, this and that. I watched season 3. There's 3 episodes out now.
Yeah.
The first 2, I was like, eh. Third episode, Sydney Sweeney was born to play Cassie. She is so fucking good. I don't know why people are giving her shit. She's incredible.
She's always been really good at Cassie, but I think that people have kind of, like, Cassie's character sort of switched up mid season 2. Like, obviously once she started like being with Nate,
right,
and she turned into this like all consumed, like at first she was like a dumbass, whatever, but she was just like a drunk girl and party girl and whatever. Then when she started hooking up with Nate behind Maddie's back, it's almost like she turned into this like zombie, but only for him.
Yeah.
Like she somehow got so much dumber than she was before.
Oh my God, but the mental warfare. Yes. Oh, between her and Nate in that episode, the mental warfare. Yeah. Well, if we can't have a wedding, if you can afford a wedding, we shouldn't have one. I'm just like, because if you've been in a relationship, it's not on that level. But you know that little, just so manipulative. And
that's what's interesting about it.
And he's a scumbag, so you hate him, but you feel bad for him. It's like crazy.
That's what I think is so good about it, is because Cassie does have those moments where you're like, oh, wait a second. There's someone in there. Yes. She's not just some like dumbass with big boobs crying on the floor in a wedding dress.
Fucking
insane.
Those are I think those are generational tits.
They're definitely generational.
No, those are jugs. Those might be jugs.
What are no, they're jugs for sure. What did her like grandpa or grandma said something like she's got the best hits in Hollywood. Like her grandparents are like involved.
Her titties.
It.
Sydney
Sweeney.
Let me make a statement here. Sydney Sweeney.
You have a hot take.
Not since Dolly Parton have breasts been this perfect. Sydney Sweeney's titties are perfect.
They're pretty prominent in her content, but
I don't know how they hold it in. Is it just tape?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's tape. It's like shadow of her areola.
It has to be tape. It's really difficult to kind of figure out how they do all that. But if someone's going to work in like so many titty shots, you feel like you're drowning in it, it's Sam Levinson. Like I've never seen a bigger pervert director than him.
Even when she's walking down the aisle.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's crazy.
It makes me want tits. That's why I know I'm gay. It makes me want tits.
Yeah, like I wish I had those.
I want to get tits.
I also wish I had those titties. Like it's just, but then
you could get them.
You can't get fake titties like that because they'll never look like that. Like her titties are real, so it's like that's how they move around so much.
You'd have to get big and then go smaller. That way the skin is stretched and maybe you could get it. I'm a plastic surgeon.
There you go. Yeah, now that you've been. That's speaking of. Pat's been getting all this work done while I've been gone. He's like every time I leave somewhere, you go to get work done. You like go get hair plugs. You go get. You got the teeth. Did you have something else in between? Lipo?
Knee.
The knee.
No, I want to do, I need to get Dysport. I need to get Cool Sculpt.
Right.
Who knows?
And who knows? And I'm just proud of you for, again, you are really sticking to your goal of looks maxing, like from the
These
top
are the
of this
temps,
year.
if you're watching.
Your teeth look amazing.
They're
really
way better.
Look good.
These are the temps, but we're going to get permanents on May 8th. They're making them in the lab.
They look really, really good. I also think that what people worry about when they're getting new teeth, etc., is how they're going to sound, because you never know the size wise, it can make you have a little bit of a lisp until your mouth gets used to it. Same as like braces or whatever. Zero difference in your voice.
I just won't shut the fuck up. It took my tongue like 7 seconds. Like, okay, like recalibrate, and I'm fucking good to go.
That's so true. But yeah, so I think Euphoria is doing a pretty good job. I'm
into the story.
I'm into the story.
And the way it ended.
What do you think about like the Rue stuff?
Oh my, we're doing spoilers right now, so if you don't want to skip ahead to the next chapter, I'll chap them on YouTube. Spoilers. The Rue stuff is great, but really quick before that, when he was getting beat up, when Nate was getting beat up on the stair, and she is sitting there looking into the camera, and she's bleeding, and she's worried about getting blood on her wedding dress. That it's so beautifully shot. The entire thing is so like hyper color corrected. And there's so many darks and so many lights.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That for me, I was like, okay, this show is now going. And the way they ended it with him, spoiler, with him just fucking like bleeding out. But to answer your question about Rue, I fucking love it. Kidnapping, like the bird dies, like hello,
it's
spoiler.
Now that she's with Alamo, the guy, the like pimp or whatever, I'm much more interested. I'm not. It's not that I was interested in the Lori stuff with the drug smuggling and whatever, but
it ran its course.
Yes, I think it ran its course, and I was uncomfortable watching them like swallow the drug balloons. Like, that was like
God,
too much
I fucking hated
and
that.
To the point where I was like, I can't. Like that to me felt also perverted by Sam Levinson. I was like, why are we watching these girls just like choke on these balloons?
Is he A24? No, is it A24 who the studio who does that?
No, I don't think so. No,
it's very A24-esque.
He's like his own entity, but he's kind of he's like a known pervert. People don't like him. Like I don't know what's gonna happen to him moving forward, but people are really out on Sam Levinson because he like does all this like very pervy stuff.
He looks like the devil.
He's almost like Quentin Tarantino with feet, but with other sex stuff, like not just feet. Like he's just like there was no need for a 10-minute sequence of Zendaya and that girl who plays Chloe. I can't think of Cherry. Her real name is Cherry. There was no need for them to be like gagging on heroin balls like they're gagging on dicks. Like that's like what he's trying to show there.
Or when they wrapped up what's her name in the who was that? What's the character's name?
Jules.
They wrapped up Jules. I was like, is he gonna slice her open?
All that like fetish shit.
I was like, how do I find a guy like this?
Right. Yeah. Also that guy's I'm looking for an apartment like that.
No kidding.
Like whatever. But like here's the thing, it's certainly a very shocking, insane show, and that is the whole point of it, whatever. But I am curious, like there's a certain point where it's like, all right, now what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And we're almost there, you know?
I think it's going to be a really good season. I just want him to take I know the writer's strike and COVID. This shit took 4 fucking years. Like 3 people on the cast died.
I know.
It's like
awful.
We need to have a next season lined up. Same with Friends and Neighbors. That needs to be happening faster.
So Eric Dane...
I hate it. They made it seem like he was drunk, but it was the ALS.
But it's his ALS.
Oh,
but
my God.
The only thing that we can take solace in that is like he knows that. Like when he called, and I don't know if you watched the thing after the fact. Like,
no, I need to. Someone said it's great.
There was like a little whatever where Eric Dane's talking, and he was like, whatever I can. He's like he called Sam and told him about the diagnosis, and he was like, whatever you can do to like keep me in here, I'll stay in. I'll do whatever.
Right.
And so I guess they settled on him just kind of like developing this drinking problem and kind of working that into the storyline to excuse his like.
They almost had like a humor about it.
Very much so, and I mean, but Eric Dane is a humorous guy. Like he was so good in the first couple seasons, and it would make sense for his character to be a little like to have brain damage or whatever after last season where he's in all these accidents and he was drinking a lot, and so it totally makes sense for the storyline. But knowing the reality, it like makes
fucking crushing.
It's like really sad.
That's my worst fear.
The wedding speech where he's like, "Love you," when he's talking to his son or Nate, he's like, "Love you, Nate."
Oh,
and Nate's
yeah.
like, "Love you too." But even in that moment, I was like, that was a really pure moment, and that felt more like from Eric to Jacob. You know,
it's that's like the worst fear. It's like if I have a fucking like pinky twitch or I like get a food caught in my throat, I'm like, here we go.
Oh my God, no!
And it happens so. We're not gonna do like a disease show, I promise.
Right.
But it happens so fast. It's 2 years, and then you basically just make the decision like, okay, I'm gonna let it take me, or I'm gonna live on a tube and just be like eyes only.
No, I don't. No.
It's
There's
fucking
no need for that.
insane.
No need for that. It's just a terrible fate that you wouldn't wish on anyone. But I think that Eric Dane completely handled it with grace and stayed involved. And he was making jokes. He's bringing improv jokes as the dad to the set.
You know what was weird?
Stuff.
Netflix did. Remember Jane Goodall, the chimp lady?
Oh yeah. Oh no. I watched both.
They've done that like twice now, where
I don't
they'll
know how I
interview
feel
someone
about
who
it.
they know is gonna die, and then they air it. And I'm like, this feels bizarre to me.
I kind of agree, but I can't decide how I feel about it because watching it is like heartbreaking and it feels
It's a goodbye to the world. I'm like,
but it feels a little bit like Jane Goodall. I got because she's older lady and whatever, and she's she was the scientist for the world and she's trying to whatever, and I appreciate Eric Dane as well doing it, just speaking on behalf of ALS and whatever. But then he's talking to his girls and did you watch it at all?
Oh yeah, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I think I watched.
It's just
it was maybe like
heartbreaking.
40 minutes. I watched like
I
half.
think I would maybe be happy to have that if I were.
Should we do one right now?
Children, yeah, right now. And here, I should have done it in Vegas. Right. I'm sure his like family is happy to have it, but I agree. It makes me feel a little like I've seen too much. It
gives you perspective.
Yeah.
Vegas will give you perspective.
Vegas will really give you perspective. I had a lot of perspective.
I tried to provide some perspective to our sweet Una while she was here, but I kind of let her do her thing because I'm afraid I would say something that wouldn't be. Yeah. I'm afraid I wouldn't take her feelings into account. Anyone, and not just her, fair. Anyone coming back from Vegas, I'm afraid I wouldn't take their feelings into account enough, and then I would come off like a dick.
Yes.
Because I know they're going to be fine in a week.
Of course.
But you have to let them sit in their feelings.
They have to learn. They have to learn on their own. It has to be a solo journey. She did do great, and she let herself feel. She let herself get involved, and that's all you gotta do.
Okay, therapy.
That's all you gotta do.
Let herself feel.
I'm talking about reality TV.
Yes.
No. I'm sure she'll probably have to go to therapy now, but it's like when you let yourself cry and feel and get angry and upset, like that's the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the good shit. It's what you want.
It's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
At what expense?
Your sanity. And we all signed a contract when we got there, and it said, "Here, hand over your sanity." And
I'm ready to talk about the next Barstool reality show, but we're not allowed to yet. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for.
I almost talked about it before, but we're not allowed to talk about it.
I know,
but because they haven't released the cast or anything, I don't think, and so
we don't know who's gonna be on it.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
But yeah, but yeah, I think overall, just like life is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I hope that people really, if you're watching or listening right now and you didn't follow along, if you go to the Barstool Spring Break account, there's gonna be about
we're back on Spring Break.
On Twitter, Instagram, everything. There's gonna be about 70,000 posts. But if you want some entertaining stuff, you can scroll through there. Very much worth it.
It's a lot. It was. I mean, the whole thing was a lot. I'm trying to think if I have any other like words of wisdom. We've laid down the swords, come to a place, a middle ground with Tate.
Whoa.
Or at least I have.
Whoa.
I've come to a place.
Perhaps you're keeping your enemies closer.
Perhaps, but no. It's. I think my energy on that has been exhausted.
It's run its course. It's like enough.
It's too much, and I can I think personally it was like a thing of growth for me, like having to just suck it up and deal with it because like I can only stay mad in a setting for so long. Nobody else cares about it as much as I do. That's the biggest problem, I think, is like once everyone has jumped ship, like people have my back for a long time. Nobody has my back anymore. Nobody cares about like my own personal issues that I can't get over because it's about time that I get over it. And we had moments where we were getting along. We had moments where
on the trip?
Yeah. We had moments where I was like drunk and rambling about how I still fucking hate him.
To him?
And in a clip. And then I later on, it was my drunkest night, by the way. It was the same night that I was hanging on Meek Phil with a cigarette. I was like in...
The first night?
I was like in... Yeah, it was the second night. But I was in like a bar and I was trying to fill in Kelly about how... Smelly Kelly about how... like the deal with him. And... Tommy knew what we were talking. Tommy's like stirring up shit, of course, which I appreciated. But he was like, they're whispering over there. What are they talking about? So he made me, and so I was like, fine, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm filling her in about how I can't get over it and how I'm fucking pissed. And I hate that everybody tells me that I like have to be friends with him. Like I don't have to be friends with everyone. And it was just like a 4-minute unnecessary drunk rant. And then later on, I went up to him and I was like also hammered. And I was like, listen, I made a clip or whatever. Like, you're probably going to see it. He's like, oh, I already saw it. I'm like, of course you already saw. And the conversation is hazy, but he had said something along the lines of like, I get what you're saying, but we could talk about it later. Like, we don't have to talk about it
not while we're blacked
moment.
out on camera.
Yeah, me specifically, which I do appreciate. And so we ended up never having that conversation, but I don't think it needed to happen. It didn't need to happen.
I think he's realized I think he's kind of had he's had a little bit of a conscience, I think.
For sure.
Now that he's kind of been in the mix a little more, he realizes how you can kind of
Yes.
paint people and swipe people and how that affects people.
Totally. And
I would
the
hope
next
anyway.
Day, the next day on the recap, there was like shit going on with Una, and we were talking about Peyton, being like, you got your job this way or whatever. And Ronan asked me something along the lines of like, are you caring more about this because of your like personal experiences? And I was like, definitely. I was like, I'm definitely riding too hard. I'm definitely getting too involved and like projecting my own feelings because of how I felt with the Tate thing. And then he said, he was like, yeah, no, that was I see.
He gave an on-air apology.
Yeah, which I never expected. And
should you guys hook up?
No.
I still wanted you to hook up with him,
fiance.
and then that would have ruined his marriage. It would have been the ultimate.
Right.
That would have been the ultimate.
If there was like a real hate, whatever. But I think that there's a level there. Like once you hear that, it's like, okay,
it's done.
Thank you. It's done. It's over. And I think that that I just needed to hear it. And it's like at the end of the day, I just need to feel validated in my feelings for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm over it. But
yeah. So anyone needs.
So we move forward. We move forward. And we try our best. And, I don't foresee a friendship, but I can live with apathy, and I can live with, whatever comes forth. But he was doing a good job. He was there for Rico to like monitoring Rico, and then Rico got kicked off, so we had to find something else to kind of involve himself in. And there was
kicked off. I wish they sent him back.
Too fucking boring. Me too. I wish they sent him back so bad. But he helped. We talked a lot about like drama stuff. Like he'd like pull me aside and ask me certain pieces or whatever. So I hope that was helpful.
Hey, can I borrow you for a sec?
We'll see. It was kind of like that. It
hey,
was
can
like
I talk to you for a sec?
Hey, can I steal you for a sec? Like it was very, very Bachelor-esque. Yeah. But it was, so hopefully it was helpful and whatever. And I think that for me personally, it was a good, I don't know. It was a good
button on the end of a chapter.
Yeah. Button on the end of a chapter, a practice in patience. I got to grow up at some point. I can't hold, I can hold it internally and whatever. Yeah.
So what else? So that's good.
And that's that. So that was a personal goal. That was an unexpected goal that I ended up having, and I feel good about that.
Out of darkness comes the light.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we got in the news. We talked about Euphoria. We talked about the Barstool stuff. We talked about Bravo. We talked about Sydney Sweeney. We talked about.
I'm pretty behind on the news generally.
There was one video I wanted to I share with you, but I don't know if it's good to talk.
That maybe fake video.
That fake?
Yeah, there's a lot of videos like that are fake.
Okay.
And so it's about, but it is a good combo we can talk about. So that the video Pat sent me was about this girl who was sitting at a hairdresser station with her hairdresser behind her, and she had been blonde, it seems like, and hair girlies know if you dye your hair blonde or you go back and forth or whatever, hairdressers will almost always advise against it because it's very hard to go back blonde when you've dyed your hair dark because it will burn your hair, like it'll fuck your hair up. So they don't and then when your hair gets fucked up, people will blame the hairdresser, you know what I mean? And so that's why they have these big rants. But there are a lot of these videos online of like girls in the chair kind of arguing or getting bitched out by their hairdresser for like doing this. And so the conversation is like, who's in the right? The customer who wants to keep flip-flopping with their hair, or the hairdresser who is kind of giving tough love in the idea of like, don't stop flip-flopping your hair. I stand always firmly with the hairdresser, because if you want to flip-flop your hair and you don't know enough that it's going to fuck up your hair, like that's on you, girl. Like,
but the question is, should a hairdresser be required to give you a haircut or a hair treatment if they know it's going to fuck up your hair? If they're paying.
I think if you want that, then yes, but there's only so much they can do. Like also in that video, the woman was explaining like, we can give you highlights and we can lighten your hair, but we can't go from this like dark brown to platinum blonde in one day. Like it's just not, your hair will fall out of your head. And I feel like people don't believe that.
I was so invested in that video.
Oh yeah. I know. I'm like dying because it was like a rage bait video. Yeah. Like there are so many of them like that.
Me and Nana used to say, you don't talk politics in the chair.
No. Never.
Never in the chair, dear.
But it is a real thing that like, and I think that just like protects the hairdresser ultimately from like disappointing or whatever. But listen, you gotta, study up when it comes to hair. Like you can't just roll into a hair salon and be platinum blonde when you walk out. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna fuck your shit up.
You can't walk in with
You're gonna walk out bald.
Yeah. I'm waiting to get my hair cut. I'm telling you, next fucking week.
Your hair's looking good.
The haters, oh my God.
The haters are so fucking sick. Are you feeling new? It kind of looks like you have new growth.
It's getting in a little bit. It's like another couple months.
I can see a little, maybe
but
a
I just need
little
to, and then it'll be the 8th.
Yeah.
Do this.
The sides of your hair, like everything, your regular hair is like looking great, fully growing back. Yeah.
It's all that's what life is about. How you
Yeah.
look, really.
Nothing
other than how you look. Looks. That's how every gay man fixes their problems. If I just get hotter.
Yeah.
Everything will be
Then you're good
better.
to go.
All right, quick break to talk to you about Fast Growing Trees. Did you know Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers? They have all the plants that your yard and your home needs, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and houseplants, all grown with care and guaranteed to arrive healthy. Whatever you're looking for, Fast Growing Trees helps you find options that actually work for your climate, your space, and your lifestyle, and you are a big fan of Fast Growing Trees.
I'm a massive fan. Shout out to Fast Growing Trees because they are the ones who, of course, provided all of the beautiful trees that we have over in our Barstool Botanical Garden, which is absolutely thriving, especially now that the sun is starting to peek through the street in the right way. They are just bouncing over there, and they make the day better for everybody around us. So shout out and a big thank you to Fast Growing Trees.
We love them. They gave me a little bit of money for these ads to buy stuff. I got a ficus. I got 2 ficus and something else coming. I'm so excited because they tell you if it's like low light or whatever.
Yes. Well, you can choose the plant based on your zone. That's very important.
Right.
There are certain plants that thrive in certain zones around the country, which is great. And then it will also tell you, the sizes and how well they'll do indoors, outdoors, whatever your needs are and whatever you're looking for, they'll be able to direct you to the correct place. And I'm very excited for you to have some of your own because listen, being a plant dad, that's one of the best things you could be.
It's one of the best things you can be, and Fast Growing Trees is going to help you be a plant dad or a plant mom. Right now, they have great deals on spring planting essentials, up to half off select plants, and listeners to our show get 20% off their first purchase when using code ABOUT at checkout. That's an additional 20% off better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code ABOUT at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code ABOUT. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code ABOUT. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use code ABOUT to save today. Offers valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. All right, one more time. We're talking about Chili's just because I'm craving it and because I love it that much. Specifically, the Chili's Big Crispy 3 for me. The Chili's 3 for me serves up the Big Crispy fries, bottomless chips and sauce, and bottomless drink for $10.99. My big gripe is that there's not one in Manhattan.
Well,
I want a Chili's in Manhattan more than anything.
Do you see there's one pop-up?
Where?
I think I'm worried it might be a pop-up.
I know, because they do
Union Square.
pop-ups.
It's on Union Square, but no,
right.
It's like legit. Like it's in a real place. Let me see if it's on the map, because when I walked by it and I saw it, I went, "This is life-changing."
It's the best.
This is something we need so bad.
It's nostalgia in your mouth. It's delicious. It's affordable. And if you're tired of tiny, overpriced fast food chicken sandwiches, of course you are. Yes. Everyone is. That's why you go to Chili's. That's why you get the Big Crispy 3 for me. So head to Chili's for the Big Crispy 3 for me. Serve with fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink for just $10.99. Now back to the show. Oh, that's what we could talk about. Do you know what Sniffies is?
Yeah, remember I thought I brought this up to you.
The dick map? They just got a $100 million investment from the Match Group.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Isn't it like...
Shout out Sniffies. If you want to do a personal ad with Patty, you let me know.
I'm surprised by that, because wasn't the conversation we had last about it that it was like low-key one of the dirtier ones?
Yeah, it's a dick map.
Right.
It's a cruising map.
Right,
it's
right.
like real, like Grindr disguises themselves as like cruising, but it's like profile this and that. Sniffies is just like, you're here.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good for them. $100
million.
Dick on the go.
I almost was introduced to their like owner through a friend, and I wish I did, because now that they have a little bit of money, perhaps they're looking to advertise.
You should reopen that relationship. I told you my friend showed me about that.
Sniffs?
Yes, and I was looking it up. I was looking up locations that I knew. Looking up for people that may or may not be on.
Who are you looking up? What locations?
Just a couple of locations of people I know.
An old glory hole you used to visit? The old glory hole that you used to visit?
Could there be one? You know,
they're everywhere.
And listen, that's one of those things where I can't get involved, because listen, I've always got suspect of people that I've maybe laid with in the past, and I stopped hearing from, and I think, haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, I bought premium.
Are you on Sniffies now?
I have premium. I have a 6-month subscription on premium.
Well, then there you go.
It's not cheap either.
Well,
I don't know why,
ladies,
but I was
if
like,
you're looking for your mans, don't go on.
They just need to develop an app. It's just like a map now. Like, get a fun. They've had a map. They've had an app, and then they like took it down.
Yeah.
And like figure it out. Like, get an engineer.
I'm sure there has to be a lot, like now if they've got this big investment, like maybe some shit will go down, whatever, but I'm sure there has to be a lot that goes into it in terms of safety and stuff, right? Like, it's kind of, because it is like a map of where people live and shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right,
it's one of those,
if you see a dick you really love, you're gonna go hang around that apartment like waiting for them to come out.
Well, no, you message them.
For sure, but you still can see where they are.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to message someone. You could just show
You
up.
can go invisible on the map.
Yeah, but
So you can be an
isn't
anonymous
it if you're
cruiser.
active, though? Like, if you're... Oh, can you...
Yeah,
I
so
thought
if
it
you're
was
on, you can go invisible on the map, and then you can only... Not that I know.
Oh, okay.
And then you can only
Okay.
can only message
I thought it
people.
was like you can only message if you aren't invisible.
No, you can message if you're
Okay,
invisible.
okay.
It's...
It was over brunch when I was
It's
looking
crazy
at it.
to
I
think,
was drunk.
like, people... A lot of gays, there was a lot of pushback against Grindr and this and that. It's killing cruising, this and that.
Yeah.
I think Sniffies leaning into what they are. I think it's going to be a good thing.
I think so,
Because
too.
even if you don't
people are-
agree with it,
Yeah.
the fact that it's like, hey, we're cruising.
Yeah.
Cruising still exists, but now it's online and this is who we are. They're not like faking anyone out about what they are. I think it's a
Yes.
good thing.
Do you think that we'll stay gay?
Yeah. I don't think Sniffies will. I don't think
Do you
there's...
think it'll expand into like the poly market? That's what I think.
Oh, I'm sure. There are all sorts of fucking
Those are
people
the
on
those are the
What
things
is
I
poly?
think. Like poly's like where you have multiple partners and like you do.
Oh.
And I also
Yeah, not
think
for
that there's
me.
because there are a few apps going around that I personally I don't trust because I've not really like been involved
Right.
in them and they sound fucking crazy to me. Where it's like it'll be like one person looking for a couple or looking like one girl looking.
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
there's
with
all
two
sorts of
guys.
shit like
There
that
are
on there.
things like that. But Sniffies to me now hearing about this new whatever this already seems like it has the roadmap to become something similar to that.
Sniffies is superior to Grindr. For
Do
sure.
you think so?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Wow,
I think
that's
Sniffies
massive.
is superior. I'm trying to get an
You're
ad. I'm
just
trying to,
right.
trying to do
Listen,
anything I
we love
can.
Sniffies, but I am curious
it's true
with
though.
the future of it. I'm curious with the future of it.
Yeah, I'd show you, but it's not appropriate for work.
Yeah.
No, I do
I've
think
seen it
it's
already, don't worry.
superior to Grindr for sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, congrats to them for
Congratulations
for
to the ladies at
congrats-
Sniffies.
Congratulations. Oh my God, speaking of that movie comes out soon, I think.
RuPaul's movie.
Yes.
Let me
let's
see when it is. When
Wait a minute.
is RuPaul?
Breaking news. Laura Dern has been cast in The White Lotus season 4.
Where are they shooting it?
Massive.
June 12th is
I
RuPaul.
think it's France. June 12th. Oh, that's further
Oh,
away than I
France is
thought.
perfect.
Yeah, I think it's like south of France. I think.
They're going to stay at a Four Seasons
Actually, I
probably.
think it's Paris. I think it's like literally Paris, and then maybe they go off to like a trip or something. I don't know. I keep seeing conflicting reports, but
I miss my Nashville boyfriend.
oh,
I
forgot
he
about
was
him.
He was a Four Seasons guy.
Oh my God, that guy was
He's the one that got away.
wow.
And I know his friends are listening right now.
I have hotel friends though. We'll be
do?
okay.
All
My
right.
best friend works in hotels.
I never used them for the thing. I should have.
Yeah, you really should have.
It's
'cause
not
those
over
are
yet.
good fucking perks. Like they're good perks.
Someone
when you're-
stole his phone.
You need to have a friend that works in hotels. Like
You have
that's
to.
a huge benefit when you're like traveling around.
His friend stole his phone over the weekend and asked me for a dick pic.
Oh gosh.
I was like,
oh,
I was
right.
like, haha, what?
Sorry, my friend stole my phone. I was like, well, then how does he know?
I was like, your
me?
friend stole your phone?
Your
He
friend
go-
wants my dick.
He goes, yeah. I go, well, here you go.
Okay.
I go, no problem.
Ask and you shall receive, my dear.
Ask and you shall receive. It's very exciting.
that.
It's May is right around the corner. I'm looking forward to the weather getting warmer. I'm looking forward
Same.
to shooting. I'm looking forward to my new teeth, my new haircut. I'm
Your
looking
teeth are
forward
gonna
to
be
some more
great.
motorcycle
Next week,
videos.
Look forward. We can talk about the Met Gala. Met Gala is
Yes.
next month is on Monday, and also Devil Wears Prada 2
Ah,
comes out.
can't
So yeah,
wait.
lots of divas to discuss.
Lots of divas to discuss. Do you have anything else? Any final words of wisdom now that you're back and the fog is lifting?
Final words of wisdom is just always be yourself no matter the setting, and be the biggest version of yourself because your boss will compliment you if you do.
Hell yeah, we love that. Be the biggest
Yay.
version of yourself, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.